Awesome, my beautiful people. This is your boy Stefan, your Grenadian ambassador. Welcome back to my channel, guys. We are receiving breaking news. The administration of Donald Trump is sending a top military official here on the island of Grenada. His name is Admiral. Yes, we are expecting him here Wednesday in the island of Grenada. What is his purpose of coming here to the island of Grenada? This is the same tactics they tried with Burkina Faso and many other African nations that kicked them out of the country. And now they are using that same tactics in sending a personnel called Anslem Hosi. And of course, he is a black person. That is what they do. Whenever they target black nations, they send people similar to us so that they can appeal, appeal us, persuade us to join their mischievous agenda. Well, guys, let's take a listen to this news report, and then we will come back and discuss all about it.
A top U.S. military official will visit Grenada this week to meet, according to sources in Washington, with top leaders in St. George's, including Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell. Though meeting with Prime Minister Mitchell is on the agenda of U.S. Navy Admiral Alvin Halsey, commander of the U.S. Southern Command, a Grenada government source notes the Prime Minister is not due to return to the state before Saturday. Prime Minister Mitchell is said to be on a visit to Ghana and then will go to Miami before returning home. The commander's schedule will take him to Grenada on Wednesday after visiting Antigua and Barbuda on Tuesday. Lennox Andrew is now acting as Prime Minister, but it was not immediately clear if he will host Halsey. The U.S. brief states that the visit will be an opportunity for Washington to, and we quote, further strengthen security cooperation. It comes at a time when the U.S. is pressing Grenada to allow the stationing of so-called military assets in St. George's amidst growing tensions in the southern Caribbean Sea and amidst some suspicion that Washington might be contemplating regime change action in Venezuela. The American magazine Politico reported that Trump's team in D.C. has not ruled out launching a missile into Venezuela with, as they put it, Nicolas Maduro's name on it. In regards to the demands on Grenada, a top U.S. diplomat in the region was quoted at a closed-door meeting as saying it is time Grenada plays ball. The Grenada government has not decided on whether to accede to the U.S. demands. Its only official statement suggested it was under consideration.
To the chase, the U.S. is sending this man, Anslem Hosi, here in Grenada to force us to be an accomplice with them in this war that they are about to engage with Venezuela. There is no two way about it. This is now. Let me help you guys to understand simply what the United States is doing. The United States is asking us here in Grenada to accommodate them, with a getaway vehicle of a robbery that is about to take place. They are about to lay hands on something that is not theirs. That belongs only to the people of Venezuela, and they are asking us to provide them with a getaway vehicle. No way, my Grenadian people. We should not allow this. And it is fishy enough, and it is so strange that the government is silent. The government is silent. I haven't heard any Grenadian politician spoken on this except Peter David. Peter David is the only Grenadian politician that has voiced his concern, that he is the only one that have been vocal on this issue. Take a listen.
We as a country, not with this administration, not only with the previous administration, all administrations over the years, we have called and continue to make calls for this area to be declared and to be sustained as a zone of peace. In fact, just last month at the UN General Assembly, that call was made. If we accede to the request by the United States, I believe, and we believe as a people, it seems to me, because I'm getting lots of calls on that, that will only escalate tensions in the Southern Caribbean. Our view is that Grenada, given its strategic location and its excellent relationship with the United States and with Venezuela is in a good position not to put on military assets, but to engage in some discussions and negotiations with the parties to see if we, not only Grenada, but we as a regional entity, the OECS or CARICOM, can find ways to settle these matters peacefully. Imagine what the impact on Grenada would be to find ourselves in the middle of a military conflict. We have no capacity to deal with it. And at the end of it, we'll be left holding all the rubble and not having any benefit from it.
So brothers and sisters, the sending of this military official is a bullying tactic of the United States. It's the same tactic they use against Africa, especially Burkina Faso. It's the same thing, and the people of Burkina Faso refused him. They outrightly rejected him. They did not give in to the smiles and the nice appearances, and I hope that we do the same. Now, as I am learning, the Prime Minister is out of the country. But Mr. Prime Minister, this is urgency. This is an urgent issue. Trouble is brewing at home, and you need to come home, sir. I know that there's a lot of noise taking place right now, but sir, you need to say something. You have been quiet for far too long. We are only hearing that the request is under consideration, but we don't know what is happening behind closed doors. We don't know, and the Grenadian people deserve to know. We deserve to know what is going on. What is going on? What is in your mind? What is the decision that you will take? We expect you to listen to the people of Grenada. Mr. PM, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, do not dishonor yourself by rejecting the voices of the people and going ahead listening to Donald Trump, going ahead and being intimidated by what they are trying to do us. Right? What they are trying to do to us in backing us up to a corner so that they can use us to do their bidding. We need to hear something, sir. We need to hear your voice. This is the moment that calls for leadership. This is a moment that calls for leadership. Now, the Grenadian people are speaking up. This is what they had to say.
Earlier today, our news team was in the capital, St. George, trying to garner feedback from the regular Grenadian on the street as to the U.S. contemplating storing some of their military assets in Grenada. And these are some of the feedbacks that we garnered.
Well, that is a question. Grenadians have to think hard before they answer in that question, because when you're talking about military, that is a base to develop war. Just now we might not have a Grenada, so we have to be very careful before we take action, because storing arms, I mean, they flowing down here like water to fight war. Mama, don't talk.
I think they're safe in Trinidad. They're close. They already been offered space there. I think little Grenada can do without that. What are you going to give us in return for this? But I tell you solemnly, they can give us nothing in return for this, because peace of mind is the most important thing.
I really and truly don't like the idea. I don't like it. Because of what's going on in the world today and using Grenada as a place to store that, I think conflict is gonna store up.
If they ask us to store military assets, do we expect them to use this as a base? So for me, it's a definite no. The very thought of war traumatizes me.
I feel like a good idea, no? Well, if it's to it, I mean, we are target too.
No way. We're standing up for that. No way.
Maurice Bishop, when things were getting out of hand, out of control, he was there to lead the people. He spoke, he was a voice for the people. And we need there's too much of silence and secrecy that is going on. CARICOM right now is toothless. CARICOM, I don't know what is going on in CARICOM. People are wondering, nobody is saying anything. CARICOM not even saying anything, right? So it shows that CARICOM, Donald Trump and his administration have dismantled CARICOM, because we are not hearing anything. So we need leadership. This is a time that calls for leadership. This is a critical moment in your role of Prime Minister, Honorable Dickon Mitchell. And I believe what you do will determine whether you will get a next term or not in office. We need, Mr. PM, I know you're out of the island, but you need to return home as soon as possible. And the Grenadian people is waiting. We are waiting. If you are, we are waiting to support you in making the right decision. We are waiting to support you in making the right decision. And that decision is saying, no, we don't want radar systems. We don't want to be an accomplice. We don't want to be the person that our generation will remember that provided the getaway vehicle for the United States to destroy another neighbor. No, we don't want to be remembered by our generation, you know, as doing such. Grenada is known to be neutral on many issues when it comes to things like that. In the past, in the future, and we are expected to do so in the present as well. You know, we are expected to remain neutral on this matter. Venezuela have done nothing to us. They have been a good friend. They have done nothing to us, right? They have been a good friend. I'm not saying Maduro is an angel. No leader is an angel. But we should all know by now, this has nothing to do with drug trafficking. This is just nonsense. This is nonsense. This has nothing to do with drug trafficking. America is about to invade Venezuela, and they want us to aid them with that. They want to destabilize. They want to put us against each other. You know, destabilize us. They want to send a message that the Caribbean is the backyard. Well, the Caribbean is not the backyard. The Caribbean is not America's backyard. No way. We are sovereign. We are a sovereign region. We have a right to decide on our own. We are a sovereign nation. Well, sovereignty right now is empty words. Let's see if sovereignty means anything. Because all eyes are on the leadership of Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Martinique and the entire Caribbean, right? So let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below, brothers and sisters. But there you have it, breaking news. Donald Trump and his administration is preparing to send a top military official here in Grenada to force us, to bully us into siding with them. Yes, into bowing to their demands. That is what it is. We are going to call it for what it is. That is what it is. It's nothing about diplomacy and friendliness and all of that. They are sending this man that is black to manipulate us, to hypnotize us in siding with them. I hope that may God help us all. May God help our leaders and give them the wisdom and the courage and the strength to stand firm and say no. Take care until then. Bye-bye.